Hey guys, happy Monday. Welcome to my big reveal of my really cool idea that I had. So if you saw my post from last night, I said that I was working on something really special. And now I'm going to tell you all about it and how you can get involved because it's going to be so much fun. And of course, it's going to be delicious. So this week is going to be my 5-day fall dessert smoothie challenge. I am so excited for this because one, I love smoothies. If you've been hanging around me for any length of time, you probably know that. But two, I also love desserts. And I love finding healthier ways to transform desserts from something that you usually feel really guilty about eating into something that you can feel really good about eating. So all this week, I'm going to be sharing 5 amazing fall dessert smoothie recipes that you can try at home. And you can also see how it is possible to take a fall dessert and make it into something really healthy, but also really delicious. So you never have to feel like you are missing out on anything. Yes, hi Stacy, so glad you're here. Dessert smoothies, they are one of my faves ever. So today we are going to be making one of my newest favorites, and this is my pumpkin pecan smoothie. So this is kind of like having a pumpkin pie and a pecan pie at the same time, but in a smoothie. It's super easy. It's super delicious. And honestly, one of my favorite things about this particular recipe is it will really fill you up. So if you've ever had some desserts, or really if you've ever had anything where you kind of feel hungry afterwards, that is literally like my pet peeve. I hate that. If I'm gonna eat something, I wanna feel full. So all of the smoothies that I've designed during this challenge are ones that are literally gonna make you feel full for a really long time. So you don't have to feel like grazing or reaching towards some refined carbohydrates like chips or cookies in order to get that sensation that you're full, which oftentimes we do, right? Sometimes we reach for chips and things like that because we're kind of hungry because the meal that we had didn't fill us up. So these smoothies are for sure going to fill you up, and I cannot wait for you to try them. Okay, so for our pumpkin pecan smoothie, we are going to start off with some chia seeds. I have 1 tablespoon of chia seeds going right into my Vitamix, or you use any high-speed blender that you have. Chia seeds are super high in protein, omega-3s, and also fiber, which is another reason why it's going to fill us up. But the main thing I wanted to talk about today is actually protein powder. So I love to use protein powder. One, because it obviously gives protein to the smoothie that we're having. I'm using 1 serving of vanilla flavored protein powder. The one that I typically use is a vegan protein powder, and that's just because I found that sometimes with whey protein powders, it just makes me feel a little bloated and gassy, which no one likes. So I opt for a vegan protein powder, and definitely as you're trying any of these smoothies, what I would really encourage for you to do is think about how are you feeling after you have these smoothies. Do you feel energized? Do you feel full of life? Do you feel like you are so full, like you don't need to even worry about having a morning snack? Or if you're having these for dessert, you don't even feel like having anything after it? That would be amazing. Okay, now obviously we're using pumpkin puree for our pumpkin pecan smoothie. This is 1/3 of a cup right into the blender. And this is just the canned stuff. This is the stuff that we always get around this time of year for the fall to make lots of different things. So gotta add that in there. Now for one of my next favorite ingredients right now, this is a caramel flavored stevia. This is from Sweet Drops. So basically stevia is a calorie-free sweetener. This one's been flavored with caramel, which is gonna add such a delicious desserty flavor into this smoothie. So I'm using about 1/2 teaspoon right there. And also because we're doing pumpkin, we have to use pumpkin spice. So this is my homemade pumpkin spice blend. I'm using a teaspoon of this goodness right in here. Oh, I love the smell of it, so good. And now we're gonna add in our pecans. So we have 1 tablespoon of just some pecans right here. Yes, Stacy, yum, I'm so excited for this. Our pecans are gonna add some delicious healthy fats into this, and I'm gonna talk about the healthy fats a little bit more tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But this is another ingredient that you might be like a little bit shocked by, but don't worry, I know what I'm doing. We're gonna add in some greens. So I'm choosing to use some kale. You could also use spinach, but definitely if you have a high-speed blender, what this is gonna do is it's gonna get all nice and blended up. and you will not taste it. It will, however, make your smoothie a little bit green, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's lots of awesome things that are green. So now we're gonna add in some water. I have about 2 cups of water right here. Just adding that in. And then, depending on where you are, or if you've just been working out, you might wanna add in some ice. So I'm adding in about a cup of ice, just like that. And that's it. All we need to do is blend it up. So I'm gonna put the lid on my Vitamix, and I'm gonna turn you, because I have my Vitamix right here. Now we're just gonna pop this on and we're gonna blend it up. So cover your ears, it's gonna be loud. Okay, ready? Let's go. Okay, hi Erin, how are you? Okay, so Stacy asked an amazing question, which is, could you do almond milk instead of water? Yes, you absolutely could. Almond milk is a great option instead of water, especially because it adds a really, really creamy texture to the smoothie. So that for sure you could do. The only thing I would look out for with almond milk is just to make sure there is very little sugar added or no sugar added, because sometimes they can be kind of hidden traps for additional sugar. And really what we're trying to do with this particular smoothie is we're trying to help to regulate our blood sugar. Because basically when our blood sugar is out of whack, that's when we experience like those really high highs and those really low lows, and we get really hangry. So all I'm wanting to do is just help you to stabilize your blood sugar throughout the day so that you don't have to feel like that. And this smoothie is an excellent way of doing that. Erin, I love your always smiley face. Aw, thank you so much. You are so sweet. I really appreciate you being here. Okay, so we have finished our pumpkin pecan smoothie. I'm gonna pour it into my cup. And it's so creamy and delicious. Ah, I love it. Okay, so then to add a little extra to the top, you could sprinkle on a little bit more of your pumpkin spice. Yum. I love this stuff. Oh my gosh. I don't know why we just don't have it all year. A little bit more pumpkin spice right on top. And there you have it, our pumpkin pecan smoothie. Let's give it a taste. Mmm. Oh my gosh, I love the pumpkin. I love the pumpkin spice in there, and you get that little creaminess from the pecans. It's so good. Yes, Erin said yes, and that's when my triggers are full force and I want to eat all the things. That is so true. This is why I'm all about balancing blood sugar, and all of the smoothies this week are going to be helping us to do that. So not only will we feel like we're indulging in some really delicious dessert smoothies, but we're also not going to get that crash after you eat like something that has a bunch of sugar in it. So make sure you give these smoothies a try. I will be posting the full recipe that you can save and download a little bit later this morning. But also guys, if you try any of the dessert smoothies, make sure you tag me on social media, because someone is going to win a really, really awesome prize. I don't want to give away too much, but Thursday I'll be announcing what the prize is. And honestly, it's going to be so powerful, such a great game changer for the end of the year, especially if you're wanting to be healthier, especially if you're wanting to look after your body and not feel like you get to the end of the year and you have to rely on the New Year's resolutions to get you back on track. So those are my couple of little hints, but make sure you tag me on social media so you can go into the drawing for a really awesome prize. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to finish my pumpkin pecan smoothie, and tomorrow, stay tuned. We're going to be coming in a little bit earlier tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central so that I can show you my next delicious fall dessert smoothie. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will catch you later. Bye guys, have an amazing Monday.